Hello and welcome to the ECNet AX BACnet network setup tutorial. This presentation will demonstrate how to install and configure a BACnet network. It will show you how to connect to an ECNet AX station, install a BACnet network, install the BACnet MSTP communication port, and discover the BACnet devices. For the purpose of this tutorial, we assume that ECNet AX is already installed and that you are connected to an ECBOS AX platform. Let's begin by connecting to an ECNet AX station. For the purpose of this tutorial, we assume that ECNet AX is already installed and that you are connected to an ECBOS AX platform. If not, please refer to the Getting Started with ECNet AX video tutorial. Now let's right-click on the platform's IP address and select Open Station. Enter the required username and password to access the station. If you are using the default station credentials, then the default station username is admin, and by default there is no password. Click OK. Once connected, the station name appears under the platform. Now let's add a BACnet network, assign a network number, and a device ID for the BACnet IP network. Expand the station folder, and under the Config folder, double-click on Drivers. The Driver Manager page is displayed. Click New at the bottom of the page. From the Type to Add drop-down list, select BCP BACnet Network. Why the BCP BACnet network rather than the standard BACnet network? Because the BCP version provides extended functionality for enhanced support of the Distech Controls controllers in ECNet AX. Click OK to add the new network and to accept the default settings. The BCP BACnet network driver is automatically created under the station's drivers folder. Now the ECBOS can communicate on a BACnet network. Expand the BCP BACnet network folder and double-click on Local Devices. In the Object ID device number field, enter the device instance number. This number must be a unique number within the entire BACnet network. Because each device connected to a BACnet MSTP databus is identified by a MAC address, a device instance number, and a network number, then a good network planning and a well-thought-out numbering scheme is required. We recommend the following scheme as it reuses the MAC address and network number in the device instance number to make it easier for a network administrator to know where a device is located on the network. Here is an example of a recommended numbering system. The BACnet IP network number range is from 0 to approximately 65,500. Here the network number assigned to the IP network is 1. The built-in controller BACnet IP device instance numbers are in multiples of 10,000. Here the controllers are numbered 10,000 and 20,000. The BACnet MSTP network numbers range from 10 to 4,190. Here the MSTP network numbers are 10, 11, and 20, and they are obtained by dividing the DI number by 1,000 plus adding on the 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. for each local area network. These groups of numbers are the BACnet device instance numbers. Unlike a MAC address, remember a device instance cannot be reused elsewhere in the BACnet internetwork. It must be unique. These numbers are obtained by multiplying the ECBOS MAC on network number by 1,000 plus adding on the MAC address. For example, here the controllers are numbered starting with 10,003, 10,004, 10,005, and so on. And the next groups of numbers are numbered in the same manner, but for network 11 and network 20. So for network 11 you have 11,003, 11,004, 11,005, and so on, and the same for network 20. Notice how the sequence always starts at 3? That's because 1 and 2 are already reserved for other purposes. So depending on the numbering scheme you've decided on, enter the device ID number here. For example, my ID number will be 10,000. And then click Save. Now we will install the BACnet MSTP communication port. To communicate with BACnet MSTP devices, we must install the BACnet MSTP driver. Open the BACnet palette. expand the Network Ports folder, as well as the BACnet COM folder underneath the BCP driver. Then drag and drop the MSTP port from the palette to the network folder. You can assign a name to the MSTP port and click OK. The new MSTP port is added to the network folder. Double-click on the new MSTP port. In the network number field, enter a unique network number. Keep in mind the numbering scheme that you've previously chosen. In my case, I will enter 10 to be consistent with the numbering scheme example shown earlier in this tutorial. Expand the link and set the port name to COM2. Set the baud rate to the recommended setting of baud 38,400. We can leave the rest of the fields to the default values. Go ahead and click Save. Then, to enable the BACnet MSTP port, right-click on MSTP port and select Actions Enable. Once the BACnet network has been established, devices can be added to the BACnet network that is running from the ECBOS station. In this procedure, we will discover the BACnet controllers and assign their device IDs that will identify the individual controllers across the BACnet intranetwork, which is necessary when sharing network points. Double-click the BCP BACnet network. Click Discover to find the available BACnet devices on the network. In this window, verify that the network on which you want to discover devices is selected. For example, in my case, the network number I entered in the previous exercise is network 10, which is already selected for me by default. You can also select all networks depending on what is required. Click OK. Wait for the ECBOS to find all available BACnet devices. The view pane is divided into two sections, one listing all discovered devices and the other the BACnet network database. Once the devices are discovered, drag and drop the device into the database section below. Here you can rename the device as needed. Click OK to add the device to the database. Select the device in the database list and click Device ID. Click Yes to write the device object IDs to the remote devices. This is where we will change our device number in order to be consistent with the network numbering system we've established earlier. Enter the device ID number. Remember, this must be a unique device number in the entire BACnet network. I will enter 10,003 to be consistent with the numbering scheme that I'm using with this tutorial. Click OK. Click OK again to change the device ID configuration from the old number to the new number. If you don't immediately see the newly assigned device number, simply press Refresh. This concludes our video tutorial on setting up a BACnet network. For further information, please refer to additional BACnet or ECNetAX related video tutorials on our website.